Taurus, welcome to your reading for the period of June 8th to June 14th. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. Send me an email. If you're viewing this in YouTube, make sure you click on the link below for your weekly extra, where that will have your love, your career, your finance, and your health. Also, if you're on YouTube, my playlists are in there. Check those out. I have my 2020 Sun Moon predictions. What is your ideal career? What is your compatibility with your partner's sun sign? Ask me a question on Instant Go. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Like, share, subscribe, and or donate. Otherwise, let's get to your reading. So, prior to the second week of June, what I'm seeing here is that you all are lacking inner strength. So internally, there's turmoil going on. You don't feel so confident. You don't feel so sure about yourself. Maybe you're having a lot of insecurities that you're kind of dealing with. You're having a hard time sticking to any kind of convictions or any kind of opinions. But what you end up doing is you end up denying this. You say to yourself, no, this isn't happening. The best way to resist is to persist. So you kind of feel like you should push on through it and not kind of deal with it, not kind of face it. And in fact, you're actually not even, like I said, you're pushing through it instead of taking the time out you need to take and reflect. You're just like, no, this isn't happening to me. I'm Taurus. I can push through anything. I can make stuff happen. And that's what I'm going to do. That's what I've always done, and I'm going to figure it out. So, despite lacking the confidence and all of that stuff, you say to yourself, well, if I fake it, I'm going to make it. But the second week of June, we had a Lover's card here in reverse. That's a card of Gemini, if that resonates. Continuing on this path is causing strain. And I see some of you actually making a decision or falling into something based purely on desire. So I feel like back here, because you're choosing to push ahead, you're setting yourself up to like put a band-aid on a gunshot wound. Does that make sense? So you get into something that you find desirous that makes you feel good just for the time being, but you're not really addressing the real problem that's there. It's just kind of a way to cover it up, to kind of forget about things for a little while. Yes, for some of you, you're actually going to get into some kind of sexual encounter or something like that with someone, and again, it's going to be based solely on desire. It might just not stop with one person. You might be considering many options, anything to kind of give your ego sort of a boost. But these options, they aren't what they appear to be. So they might make you feel really good, at first, but then you find out that, they're going to fall away after a while, and you're still going to have to deal with the same stuff that you had kind of going into this. So after the second week of June, what I see is, and we have the Hierophant here, which is the card of Taurus, what I see is you all realizing, or you just make the decision and say, okay, this has to stop. I have to get down to me. I have to get down to earth, excuse the pun, and practical matters, and stop kind of messing around with this, okay? And I feel like what you're doing is you're realizing the way that you've been conducting yourself for solving things is not working for you. And in fact, you know what it is? It's like almost like if you like spend a week in Vegas or something, and you like wake up one day like with a hangover, and you're like, I can't keep on doing this. That's what I almost feel like it is. And then this is, as you move out of your second week of June, you say to yourself, I have to stop this right now. This is not me. This is not what I'm about. So you just kind of get things back into order. And I feel like your lifestyle is going to return to a more traditional and a more conventional way of doing things, and return back to the practical and the tried and true, because that's actually what works. And in doing so, you're probably going to go back and address what kind of started it all back here. So that's what I see for you all for the second week of June. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email. If you're on YouTube, click on the link below for your weekly extra. Check out my playlist where you'll find my Sun Moon predictions, what your ideal career is, and what your compatibility is with your partner's sun sign. Ask me a question on Instant Go. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Like, share, subscribe. Otherwise, adios from Veronica Garnett. Bye.